And now streaming 24/7 live from the Eden Media Studio. 24/7 live at KBOB899.com.
2Dawgs Sports Show. We back, baby. Drone and Yo. You ready to go? Then let's start the show. 2Dawgs are back with a brand new season. Yeah, you know the reason. Sports talk, flavor, got that extra seasoning. Drone and Yo, stay on the go. Looking for scores and stats. Then this your show. 2Dawgs, they got the breakdown. Yeah, we throw that in T-Town. Look no further. Dan. You have just found the #1 sports talk show. Savage picks from Yo, big dog picks from Drone. Wanna welcome y'all back home. Can't forget the latest news. Yeah, them dudes. Cause we them boys. Please say the noise. We giveaways, highlights for the game today. Let's start the show. Come on, I lead the way.
Welcome to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. Here on KBOB 89.9 FM. What's going on, yo? Y'all here with Drone and Yo. What's going on, yo?
It's sad. It's sad season, bro. It's 50 degrees every day. It get dark at 5 o'clock. It's sad season, bro. I love it.
But it's sad because we got only 4 more weeks left in regular NFL season.
Yeah.
Then college is getting ready to start their championship era. So football season's almost over, man. And then we got to go. Well, at least we got a good bit of time left because then we got basketball season. Then we got that long goal of a break where we ain't got nothing, you know. But we got baseball. It might be pretty good. What's going to be coming up in baseball?
Well, we're gonna have some good fights. We're gonna have some good fights during that period too. So we have some fights to look at. But yeah, it's almost time where we can be like, where it's almost what you start grieving because you be like, ball season almost over. Now we can count the amount of games left, and we can count the amount of the weekends we have of football.
That's it. Hey, but
that's horrible.
But it's getting interesting. Getting interesting. So how was your weekend, man?
I did absolutely positively nothing.
Ain't that what you did the week before?
Yeah, that's my thing on the weekends, bro. Absolutely positively nothing. Well, I wake up early Saturday morning, and I go to have treatment. So I get out of treatment probably about 9 o'clock. So usually by 11, after I ate some old breakfast, I'm through, bro, until about 3, 4 o'clock, and then I can get up and move around. But all I did was pretty much watch the Army-Navy game and fell asleep on it.
Hey, but you got a birthday coming up this week, don't you?
Yeah, this Saturday.
You turn what? You turn what? The big 50?
Yeah, I'll be 50.
Half a century?
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday. Enjoy your day.
Yeah.
Make sure Robin treats you right. Hey, you go home. You tell Robin that on my Saturday, you not to do absolutely nothing. Tell her don't tell you to come take out no trash.
Nothing.
Don't tell you to go. She can't even come tell you go take a shower. If you want to lay around stinking all day, I hope you don't. But if you want to lay around stinking all day, then it's your birthday. You can lay around stinking. You can walk around however you want to walk around. If anybody in your house don't like it, they just get out until Sunday when your birthday is over.
Well, no, they can't come back then, bro, because I still be celebrating my birthday, so that ain't gonna work.
Well, hey, whatever floats your boat. Well, it's your day. Well, you done earned it, man.
Yeah, I earned it. Plus, my last day of work is this Friday. Yeah, I'll get 2 weeks of vacation, bro. You like that, don't you? You don't like that. I know. I understand. Well,
hey,
so.
Hey, man. Hey.
What?
I can get 2 weeks, too. Yeah, I want 3 weeks. I can get. Don't tell me what I can't do, man.
Hey, bro, mine has already been etched in stone, bro. I get off 2 weeks. I don't have to go. So then we don't go back to Wednesday because we're going back to 3rd because the 2nd we have professional development.
So basically, y'all have free day.
Yeah, pretty much. And then, like, we only have to be in the building till 1:30. Then everything else is virtual. So you know what I'm gonna do?
Sleep.
No, I'm gonna go to the house and do it virtually from the house and be watching TV. So I have my phone in one hand, my remote in the other. I have one eye on my phone, the other eye on TV.
I hope nobody listen to. Hope none of your bosses is having to listen to their
Bro,
show.
we all do it. That's what I learned. I was like, what? Because they was like, yeah, you can go to your room, or if you have it on your phone, you can just go home because it's virtual. It's like, you don't have to stay in the school building for this. I'm like, oh, really? You don't have to tell me twice.
I hear you. I hear you. My day last week. I remember what I did this time.
Oh, do you remember this time?
Yeah, I remember this time. You know, because
so you're not having an old people moment.
No, I ain't having an old people moment. You know, because it was a busy week. You know, Friday I was shopping, getting a haircut, everything, getting stuff ready because we had our church gala on Saturday night,
and then Sunday.
So I was there with that, doing that all day, getting ready, and with that church gala. Then on Sunday, we didn't have service that morning because we had our fifth church anniversary that evening. So we got out probably, I know people gonna say, good Lord, y'all was in church that. Yeah, we was in church that long. We got out probably about 8:00, 8:30.
8? What time y'all start?
4.
Good Lord. I mean, y'all must have had a gang of intermissions.
Hey man, hey, you know when
the spirit moved y'all down.
Yeah, when God started moving, started praying for people, hey, you let it go.
Okay.
You got to do what it do.
Now, you know, I've been to some churches where they have the assistant pastor where he come up with a different Bible verse, and then the pastor go over that Bible verse, and then he read another one, and then he have another 15 minutes.
No, if we there that long, we not there just playing around.
Okay.
We there for a reason. You know, we there. So we not there that long just be playing around. You know. So we did that, and then now, yesterday, today, you know, we got our sickle cell event next Sunday, where we bring the children in. We do our Winter Wonderland. We bring them in, do sickle cell education, and
give them
presents and stuff, food and everything. Yeah. We do it at Incredible Pizza.
I might show up to that.
We got,
give me some free pizza.
We got that on that Sunday, and then we have that following Saturday. We have our food giveaway that we do for our sickle cell families. When we bring them in, they come in, get probably like 3-4 bags of groceries and go home right there. So
wonderful.
We got our first guest. We got I believe this might be Coach Montgomery. Let me make sure. Hey, Coach. Hey, Coach Montgomery, is you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going? How's it going, Coach? How's it going your way?
It's going good. It's going good.
All right. Hey, we got the defending,
the undisputed
6A1 back-to-back champions head football coach. He's a friend of the and a family member of the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show, Coach Montgomery. How's it been going, Coach?
It's been going good. I tell you what, when you win that last game, it makes the offseason pretty darn good.
Well, Coach, let's be honest. You know we don't sugar. Your off season been pretty good for about the past 6-7 years, ain't it?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. It really has. We've been fortunate enough to play well and win that last game.
Yeah, because I know we've been talking to you, and I was telling people, I said, man, the program that they have down there at Bixby is coached and developing second to none, going from Little League all the way up. Have it got any harder for you, or is it just done became routine?
Well, it's different. I think the more you win, the more pressure there is to win. When we started back in 2014, there wasn't a lot of expectation. It was a good season because we made it to the championship game. But now, if you don't win it, it's probably not a good season in most people's eyes down in Bixby.
So they got that expectation that, hey, we gotta if we don't win it, we had a terrible season.
Well, yeah, and I don't know if it's terrible, but I think most people probably have come to expect and enjoy winning. And as you guys know, it's always hard. It's always hard to win.
Now, what how did you get your players up this year? I know you have some that's been in your program for a minute, but to get them up this year and to do what you did, I added up all the points of all your games, and then I think you all scored like 800 and some points, and added up the points of all the other your opponents. I think it wasn't no more than like 150. How did you get your players to say to focus and home in to do what you all did?
Well, if I had to answer that, I'd probably say leadership. We were fortunate enough to have a wonderful group of senior leaders, guys that have been around and guys that understood winning isn't easy. And so the way they prepared, whether it was in the meeting room before practice or in the mornings, whether it was in the weight room, the way they were training, or out on the practice field, they were a group that was always mentally in tune. And so we always knew that when we took the practice field, we were going to get the very best. And when we went into a game, that they were going to be mentally prepared. And I think that's really, really big to have that mental edge and to be prepared. And it allows you as a coaching staff to do more with your guys, whether it be more adjustments, more formations, more plays, whatever your thing is. If you got smart guys that prepare well and understand, it gives you a chance.
Now, how have you homed in everything? You know, you're dealing with NIL, you're dealing with colleges. When you start winning, the colleges start coming like crazy. How have your players and you and your coaching staff been able to deal with all the notoriety in what has become basically, you want to say, a norm down in Bixby at Bixby High School?
Well, that's a good question, because you're right. With winning, there comes more interest in the program, more attention. Today was just crazy. Tons of college coaches in the office wanted to see players, and that's a good thing. And so I think the big thing about it is as a coaching staff, and then also you have to relate to your team, what's the most important thing. And so at times you have to prioritize. And, you know, during the season for us, that is going and attacking the practice field, or us coaches coaching our guys up in meetings after practice, showing them the tape. This time of year, it's the way we train. And so I think making the most important thing is probably how you deal with it. You have to put blinders on some things.
Have you all ever been tempted to maybe schedule 2 or 3 more games out of state, so you can get on the national registry of national polls? Have you all thought about that? Have they approached you about that? How does that work?
Yeah, so that's a really good question, and especially the last couple of years as we have made the jump to 6A1 and have competed at that level. We've jumped into some of the national polls. I think this year we ended up at 20 in the USA Today poll, and maybe 30 or 32 in the Max Preps polls, for whatever that's worth. I don't know how they figure it out, but yeah, just a few years ago, if you remember, there was the border brawl in between the Mansfield, Texas schools and the 5 Tulsa area schools. And we did a crossover, and we actually carried that on for 4 years with Mansfield Timberview, which at that time was a school our size in Texas. And they were in 5A Division II, I think, and was a semifinal team and just loaded with Division I talent. And they were good ball games, and we were able to compete. And then most recently, we were matched up with Springdale Harbor over in Arkansas, who's been down the last couple of years, but traditionally is a powerhouse over in Arkansas. I know, I see a lot of chatter on Twitter and some things like that about, matching us up with some of the South Dallas teams and different things like that. And it's challenging because the Texas schools, there are so many talented teams down there, and they only have to go 30 minutes to play one another. And so they aren't necessarily motivated to drive up to Oklahoma. And then, on the flip side of that is that, there is the travel piece of it and those things. I don't know enrollment wise. I know some of those schools down in South Dallas are crazy talented. and large enrollments. But yeah, I know there is a lot of chatter, and that would be tempted. We would be tempted to do that. And then one of the things our athletic director is doing, we're an Under Armour undeniable school. And so they roughly have 30 teams across the United States. There are 2 here in Oklahoma that are undeniable schools. And she's working to pair up with one of the undeniable powerhouses across the country and play kind of a showcase game for Under Armour in that fashion. And so timing is always an issue. Texas redistricts at different times we do. Arkansas redistricts at different times. And so really, when we get our schedule at the end of the summer, it's sort of like the New York Stock Exchange, trying to get those games and make sure you have 5 home and 5 away. But yeah, certainly we want to play good competition and challenge our guys and throw our hat in the ring and find out where we fall.
Now, quick question before we get you off here. You have the new OSAA rule that was just passed down last week, I believe it was last week, where it said that a player can transfer to any school one time without being penalized, and they don't have to live in the district. What is this going to do for your program?
So I don't know. That's a good question. So the rule goes into effect July 1st. And so I read on the rule that anything that happens before then does not qualify. So I think a lot of the football players maybe that are wanting to transfer into another school will have some challenges with that because they're going to have to wait towards the end of the summer to do so. And that poses some challenges as far as missing out on spring ball and team camps. Now, some of the larger districts like ours, really the way some of the larger districts are growing, only have a limited number of slots that they take transfers or don't take transfers. For instance, right now at Bixby, you either have to live in the district or your parents have to work there. There's occasionally an exception where there's an opening at a grade level. Maybe a couple of students move out. Each district sets capacity at certain levels. And so some of the larger districts, I think, are probably maybe not going to benefit as much as people think. But I know that, there are some different things as far as alternative schools and online schools and different things, certainly, that some of the districts are exploring. So just kind of like in college, I think there are probably some unintended consequences that people don't realize, and there are some things maybe that will happen, good and bad, that we just don't realize.
Okay.
All right, Coach, I have 2 quick questions. One, how do you keep your players motivated and driven for the Bixby Spartan way? And 2, how many players do you keep on the varsity roster?
Excellent question. So I think the first question, how do we keep our guys motivated? And I would say that in our program, we're not real big on motivational speeches. We're not real big on rah-rah or, snake oil and stuff like that. I think kind of the key for our players is we come in and we work every single day. There's really only about 4 weeks out of the year, meaning 2 weeks at Christmas, spring break, and then we get a week off in the summer where our guys don't train in the weight room. And so our guys come in, and that's just kind of what they expect to do. And then that is kind of motivating in and of itself, because if I come in a little 130, 140-pound sophomore that maybe can only clean 150 pounds, and at the end of that year, I've gained 15 or 20 pounds, and I can hang clean. I'm in Club 225. Or I can clean 225 and I'm in Club 225. That's motivating. And so I think the progress our guys see when they're consistent is probably the most important thing. And then I apologize, I forgot your second question. What was it?
How many players do you keep on the roster?
Yeah, so that's one good thing about our program. And I think most coaches are probably like that. We don't make cuts in football. I think a lot of times, in basketball or baseball or whatever, they have to cut to keep the roster manageable. We had 109 guys on our roster this year. And, we've had anywhere when I first took over Bixby back in 2010, we were down around 40 guys. And now we're up. I think 109's probably been our largest roster. But if you're willing to get in there and work and compete and can find a way to contribute, whether it's on the practice field, whether it's getting better in the weight room, whether whatever your niche is, we've got a spot for you on our roster.
So it's working 11 months out of the year for football is the Spartan way.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's kind of our calling card.
Hey, so basically, if you don't want to work,
don't come to Bixby.
Don't think about going to Bixby.
Yeah. You got to punch the clock at Bixby. You punching the clock.
Yeah, that's the thing. We kind of feel like it's just putting money in the bank each and every day, and before you know it, you look down there and you got enough money to buy a car, without even kind of thinking about it. It's just kind of slow and steady and consistent is really, one of our core values.
All right, Coach, we want to thank you for coming on the show. We appreciate it. You're always welcome. We look forward to coming on next year when we do our high school football roundup. And hey,
Sparta.
Have a good spring ball, spring practice. Have a good holiday. Enjoy yourself. Get some rest.
Hey, I appreciate that. You guys have a great holiday, and I sure do appreciate you visiting with me about our program.
All right. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate it. All right. That was Coach Montgomery of the back-to-back state 6A1 champions, Bixby Spartans. We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we have the new head football coach of the Owasso Rams, Coach Graham, on the show when we get back right after this.
Body of Christ. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play. Preaching righteousness, but you don't let it weigh. God delivered me. I refuse to stray. It take discipline to obey. He's the master potter. I'm just the clay. Chose to fight. Never stop walking. Battle dark forces. Christopher Walken. Preach a great sermon, but you just talking. Minister of Satan. Status stalking. In love with the title. Became an idol. Spiritually dead. Check his vitals. Flesh and spirit. Their arch rivals. Dead flesh gang. Suicidal. Died daily. Been crucified. Been resurrected. I hear your lies. Race of faith. I kept my stride. God removed the blank from my eyes. You discern it. True gift of the spirit. Scripture based in every lyric. I talk it loud. Plus walk it out. No DJ no fear, no doubt. Gwen Stefani. Holla back. Breathing life on every track. Be transparent. Take off the mask. The word of truth forever lasts. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Take the mask off. Have we met? Who are you? Take the mask off. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play. I don't fake the funk. I don't perpetrate. Getting too old. Ain't got time to play.
You got the mask on and you feeling sad, son. Never felt the love of a dad, cause you never had one. Never knew that you wore the mask till you knew you had one. You probably take it off and put your man pants on. The man pants on you to get your dance on. And the main plan for you up until this land's gone is take the mask off and throw it and let it land on. You're rocking out the the sin. You don't wanna cause a sandstorm. If you take the mask off, you'll be a different person. You see the same person. You were before the hurting. I'm spitting the spiritual wisdom. I promise I'm hoping it's working. Cause you deserve it to get it in every service. And in this case, you deserve it up in these verses. Take the mask off, then you know the minute of worship. And when you serve, then you know the minute of service. Pursue your purpose because it's worth it.
The 36th Street North Event Center is a full-scale event center where we share the experiences of the community. At the event center, you can rent space for weddings, birthday parties, receptions, concerts, Greek events, quinceañeras, and much more. We also do custom decor, linen, and centerpieces. We're located at 1125 East 36th Street North. To book your next special event, business gathering, or community event, call us at 918-200-9046.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned t-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
Resume.
Get it slam dunk like man up. Enemy salty, ran up. It's a foul move. And one. We say E. Man. Jesus, I own my life. I'ma shine bright as a light. I don't need diamonds to shine. I just keep God on my mind, dog. Giving my all till I sign off. Watch me clean like pine saw. Hey, I call God, yeah. Jesus, he the reason I be rapping, singing in the hood and trenches. I don't need to mention this. Some time in prison, I got rescued, not arrested. Now I'm living. I be Holy Spirit sipping Bible totes, and I was chosen for this moment. Devil choking home, and you don't believe me. Take a look. A few years ago, I paroled. I was in the basement, just a bed and clothes. Prayer work, I'ma let you know. Now I'm saving souls all around the globe, preaching Jesus' name. It's the only hope. Yeah, yeah. He's the only hope. He's the only hope. He's the only one that can save my soul. Yeah, devil get mad cause his tactics whack. I be stomping on the devil like back to back. Yeah, back to back. Like back to back. Yeah, back to back. Like back to back.
Welcome back to the 2Dawgs Sports Talk Show. Here on KBOB 89.9 FM and also on 10 TV, the African American Network. We have a local field and a global reach. That was Trinity Trey with back to back. Y'all know. Hey, that's what we should play when Coach Montgomery came on. Play back to back. Hey, we got the new head football coach, the very first African American head coach in Owasso, Coach Graham. What's going on, Coach? How's it going?
Man, it's going good. First of all, man, thank you guys for having me, and I appreciate what you guys do for this platform, man, for high school coaches. So thanks for having me. It's definitely a blessing to be here, man. So thank you guys.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your background, how you where you started from, how you got into coaching, and how did you end up in Owasso?
Well, man, I'm originally from Alabama. I'm a country boy.
Okay.
You know, it's Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tuscaloosa.
Yeah, Roll Tide, you know. So my pops lived up here. I grew up with a single mom. My dad lived here. And, you know, she said, hey, get your butt up there and live with your dad. So I moved up to Tulsa in my, towards middle school officially. So, and I grew up in the, the Nathan Hale district. And at the time I was going to a middle school at Eli Whitney Middle School.
Bears.
So, yep, you dang right. Rest in peace. Valley Vale was my little league, my middle school coach all the way from 6th grade to 8th grade. And in the transition where when I was in 6th grade, Kewan Jones was at Nathan Hale.
Yeah.
And so he kind of made that move. And so my dad was like, man, we got to make a change. Like, if this is what you want to do. So I ended up transferring to Union, moved into their district, and played on the Coach Blankenship for 4 years. Got earned a scholarship at Pittsburgh State, got a degree. And after that, it was like, what's after football, And I can't see myself doing. It was so, I lost my dad when he was 16. When I was 16 years old, he got killed 2 days before Christmas, and been through a lot in life, man. It wasn't easy for me at all. My mom, I'm the oldest of 6, and so I grew up raising my brothers and sisters, and she went through her own thing. So I kind of got raised by my aunt and others, as well. And so it wasn't easy. And high school coaches took me in, and I look back, like after I graduated from Pittsburgh State, man, like I just wanted to go give back, man, to be honest with you. So Coach Frederick was at Union at the time, and he gave me an opportunity to go back to my alum school, and we were successful, won a couple of state championships, and Coach Blankenship got the job at Tulsa University. And he tricked me into going there, man. I thought I was going there to be this, D1 linebacker coach. And he's like, man, come and coach with me. So I go over there. He said, oh, I forgot to tell you, man, you're going to have to go to school. What? I'm done with school, coach. Like, I didn't know you had to go to school. And it was a grad assistant. Okay. So basically, man, I was doing, at the University of Tulsa, what they don't realize, man, they don't care about athletics. It's all about your education.
Yeah.
And it ain't no cheating around. You got to go in there and do the work. And on top of that, you got to do all the football stuff you're responsible for. You got to talk to recruits. So I started getting in the game with the whole college life and figuring out. So I did the GA life, the grad assistant life on it for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years. And so I loved it, learned a lot, was under some great coaches, man. And it was a blessing. Calvin Thibodeau, he played at OU. Now he's one of the top recruiters in the nation. The guy who invented the 4-2-5 defense under Gary Patterson, the TCU head coach. He was my defensive coordinator, Brent Guy. So I got some great mentorship, man. This guy named Scout Downing, he the one who recruited Drew Bledsoe. Coach B had a heck of a staff there that people don't realize that what he was doing at the University of Tulsa and what we had going on there. And so when I got done with that, man, it was just like, what's next? And I saw how those guys was living day to day. And, man, I grew up without a father and, like, with no parents. And those guys, these college coaches, man, they make sacrifices that they make a lot of money, but they don't get to enjoy it. Their wives get to enjoy it. But I didn't want to see myself living that life, man. So Coach Fred, I ended up going back with Coach Fred again. He took me back, and we started rolling again. And then Coach Blankenship got let go, unfortunately, at Tulsa. And so at the time, he took a job in Fayetteville,
right,
Arkansas. And so, man, I'm loading up in the house. He calls me, hey, man, you want to come to Fayetteville? Yeah, I'm on my way, because I'm ride or die with him as well, And so I'm packing up. I get on the internet, man. I see Coach Blankenship take the Owasso job. And I was in shock. I was like, because we just played them this past year, and we killed them. And I was like, man, why would he take that job? And I found out through the internet. So I'm mad at him, because I'm thinking I'm about to go to Arkansas. They pay their teachers and coaches crazy money. And he hit me up, man. I know you mad at me. You probably don't want. I ain't even answer the phone when he called me. Yeah, I know you mad at me. But man, I would love for you to be a part of what I've got going. So I waited a couple of days and called him, because I owe him a lot, man. I know Coach Fred's been there as well for me, but this is my high school ball coach, man. So I'm loyal to a fault. So when he took that job at Owasso, and we just won a state championship at Union, Trey Brown, Shamari Brooks.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a squad, and Patrick Fields.
That's our classmate's son.
Yeah, we had a squad, man.
My son was over there, Adrian Lewis. That's
I know. I coach Adrian too. Yeah. That's my dog. And so we had a squad, and I'm like, man, I'm leaving this to go to Owasso. So I go over there, check it out, and I see talent, man. I see a lot of talent. At the time, they got Josh Proctor over there, Wayne Jones, Cortrey Alexander, and golly, I mean, the list goes on. And I'm like, man, we can do something special here. And, man, I went over there and was the assistant head football coach. And then Coach Bobby Klink, because I kind of slow played Coach B. I kind of worked on that. I'm a defensive guy at life. I played linebacker, but he was like, for you to become a better coach, you need to coach both sides of the ball. So I coached tight ends my first year at Wasso, which is crazy. I never thought I'd coach tight ends, but I did it. But it made me a better defensive coach because now I know how people are going to attack my defense because I had to learn the blocking schemes and stuff like that. So it was a great experience for me to do that. And after that happened, Coach Bobby Klink takes the job at Sand Springs, and that's when I got promoted to DC, and I've been rolling ever since.
So to understand that, to come back and be able to give back in Owasso, when you found out that you were going to be named the head coach after Coach Wayne, because we had a son on, because we didn't bring Coach Wayne on this year, we brought a son on.
Yeah.
And he sort of mentioned about Coach might retire, which we had I thought he was going to retire last year.
Yeah, it's been like the last 5 years he's going to be retired.
Yeah,
you know?
And he came back because I've been knowing Coach Blankenship when he was at TU.
Yes, sir.
Because my cousin played running back, Trey Watts.
Oh, yeah, I love Trey.
He played running back for him, and then our sickle cell organization did something with Coach Blankenship over there.
That's right.
And so when he said that you were going to be named the head coach, and understanding that you were going to be the first African-American head coach at Owasso, what type of feeling did that cause to come over you?
It was surreal, man, to be honest with you. I just got to, it's, how you always grow up, you see these athletes, right? They said, you can do anything if you believe in it, and you can, I did, when I was young, I went through this, and if you just stick, man, that is real. Like, man, I grew up low income, the worst as it get, man. Mom had her trials and tribulation. My dad get murdered 2 days before Christmas, right down the road. Man, I was, I ain't had nowhere to go sometimes, and and for me to get dealt that hand and to see where I'm at today, you wouldn't have bet on it. And I got to give it to my mentors. And it took a village. It was counselors, my aunts, and
the whole community.
The whole community, man, and that's real. It was a village who raised me, man. I can't just say it was one person. It took the counselor to make sure I get my grades on point so I get the opportunity to go to school. Teaching me how to play the game, teammates and stuff. So to see where it's at now, and it's like, man, that's just God just got my back and my angels, and it takes a lot for yourself inside because, man, it was hard. But, you always see those athletes, man, it's hard, but you just got to keep digging. Man, that's real. Until you experience it and you see it, it's real. So it's like you guys will hear me say, man, if you young people out there, if you put your mind to it and you put in the work and you do what's right, it could happen. And so it never happened to me. So it's like crazy for it to say, like, I'm saying that to people now. And so, but it's real. You just like, you say, you hear that stuff, you're like, man, they just lucky. Nah, man, it's people who really put that work in.
Now when you tell now that you're the big guy, you're the big kahuna, and you're not just that defensive coordinator or things of that nature. When you tell those stories to your players, how much weight do it carry with them that you've seen? Because you can relate. See, a lot of people think that a lot of the students in Owasso and Jinx and Union, because they stay in these districts, that they not having hard time.
That's right.
But a lot of them might be on Section 8 or whatever because that house that's in that district is on a housing authority on Section 8. So when you tell players this, how do it help? Because you can relate to them.
To be honest with you, most of them are shocked. One thing, Coach Blankenship tells my story a lot, because he wants people to understand, he uses it as an example when he go talk. And I don't like him doing it because I'm that type of guy. I don't want a feel-good story. I don't want you to hire me because of this. But if I know a young man is going through that, I'm going to tell him. I'm just like, bro, like, you think you got it bad. Bro, this is what's bad. Like, how about, your mom ain't never came to a game. At least your mama is coming to your games. How about you don't get to see your dad? I know he's not in your life, but he's in and out. But at least that's better than not having him than going to a gravesite. So it opens their eyes out like, dang, I ain't really got it that bad. But one thing I realized, man, as much of that stuff I went through, I didn't have it bad. As most people, I could sit there and say, yeah, I had it bad, but man, there's a lot of stuff that's way better than that, and a lot. And so, but I just always remind them, you think you got it bad, man. Yeah, you may have a single mom, but how about not having a mom, period, that, at all. So take the blessings you got and do what's right. And it usually works, man. And, sometimes some of these kids don't believe fat meat's greasy, so they got to bump their heads a few times and catch it. And then now it's like, okay, coach, I got it. But I just hope and pray that it ain't too late by then. You know?
What has the response from the community been since you've been hired as the head coach? What have that response been from the community?
Man, believe it or not, man, it's been really, really good, man. I have gotten none but love. A lot of people have came up to me that they were shocked and they're proud of their community for breaking the barrier. Like our head track coach, he comes up to me, man, I'm so proud of my community. I feel great to be a proud of Owasso. And this is a Caucasian man that came up to me like, I feel good. Like I think I'm just glad they had the balls to do it. And so I don't look at it that way. I just look at it as a great opportunity, blessing from God, man. And I'm gonna run with it, and see what happens. But man, it's been real good, man. Like I don't get into the social media stuff that much because it is what it is. But one thing that I have gotten a lot of texts and and I want to apologize for the people I haven't got back to because I'm cheap and my phone, I got so many text messages, man, where my phone, I got to go buy more storage and delete stuff. And I ain't about to, I'm cheap, bro.
He said he's cheap.
Yeah.
I started, when you say he's cheap, I started having flashbacks, I'll call you after 7. I ain't got no minutes right now.
I got to go buy some more space on the phone. And so I literally had to, one of my partners, he's like, man, I've been calling you. So I recorded my phone. Like, man, I got to buy some more storage on my phone because.
Come on, coach. Come on, coach. You're the head football coach, man. Hey. You got to go get your iPhone.
I got one, but hey, man. Just because you the head coach, that don't mean you can get humble. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to remain myself, bro. I'm still going to be country and I'm still going to be cheap, but I'm going to look good too, baby. That's just me being real.
Ain't nothing wrong. Ain't nothing wrong.
But I do need to go buy some space. I take care of that.
It reminded my dad. My dad, when he got my son, he talked my dad into getting an iPhone. My dad got the cheapest one, the one that they was giving away for free that couldn't do nothing. And finally, he had to end up taking it back to get the other one because that one was so old. Hey, man, my dad just got out of a flip phone probably 3-4 years ago.
Wow.
And he's going to use his phone until it dies. He ain't going to get no new one.
Mm-hmm. That's right. That's right. Gonna rock it to the wheels fall.
So let's talk a little bit of ball real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When we was off air, you said you all are carrying about 120 players. Is that freshmen included or just JV on up?
That's JV on up. Yes, sir.
Hold on. Time out, coach. Time out.
You go keep it 100, bro. Keep it 100.
JV on up.
Yeah, that's about right.
You got 120.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And every parent wants the best 10 out there plus their kid. So it's hard. That's when the coach Blaine coach. Like,
and so how many freshmen do y'all have?
I say
that's not on JV.
About 60, 65.
Ooh,
yeah.
Good Lord.
So the numbers we challenge our coaches, our 8th grade coaches. It's like our 8th grade coaches, I tell them all the time, your job is to get them to 9th grade. Now, when they get to 9th grade, it's time to compete, baby. Keep them in the program when you're in 8th grade. When they get out to 8th grade, yes, we like to win, but let's keep them in the program, But after that, you know what I'm saying? 9th grade, we going to win. We trying to win and compete.
Well, that sounds like, remember, that's one of my sayings that elementary school is to teach them the fundamentals.
Right.
That's right.
Middle school is to teach them the next level. So when they get to high school,
They ready to
they're
rock
ready to
and
roll.
And
Yeah.
we ain't trying to
I
run
ain't
no
got to
kids
teach all
off.
that stuff. I shouldn't have to teach you
Yep.
how to cross block. I shouldn't have to teach you how to do a out, and
That's right.
I all that stuff should have been taught in 8th grade.
Yep.
I should just be doing touch-up work.
That's right.
I shouldn't have to teach that guard how to pull.
Nope.
Or had a zone block.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, Coach, what is your coaching philosophy for your program now? Since this is your program now.
You know, me and Coach Blankenship, you know, we kind of believe in the same stuff. But my biggest thing is, man, we ain't gonna have no excuses. Like, I don't care if you stayed up late doing homework, you gonna be on time. I don't care if your parents was arguing, you can't go get no sleep. You still gonna find a way to get on time because you can call somebody, you can call a coach. We're gonna have high expectations, no excuses, high expectations, and perfect execution. Because I could have used an excuse like, oh man, my dad died, so I'm gonna be late to workouts. Well, I don't like figure it out. And that's just real. We can't give these, you know, everybody talk about this new generation and you got to move on. But one thing I feel like we screwing up as coaches is, man, these kids like discipline. They like it. They want to be disciplined because, you know, the good thing is I'm young and I can preach that to them, and that's how I was brought up. So, man, it's going to be high expectations, no excuses, and perfect execution, baby. And we're going to be hard, smart, and tough, you know, and, you know, that's just kind of how we're going to roll. And if you want to come to Wausau, those guys that's in that weight room, we're going to do everything right. We're going to say yes, sir, no, sir. We're going to look people in the eyes. We ain't wearing no jewelry in the weight room. We're going to do things right. Because, and I'm all about swag. Don't get me wrong. I may be cheap, but, you know, I'm all about looking good. You play good. But I don't like that individual. I don't like people feeling like they better than nobody, you know, because we all in here to receive one goal, man, is to win it all and go from there. So, but that's the main thing, man. High expectations.
So what is your offensive and defensive strategy?
Man, offensively, man, we a no huddle team. We're gonna move the ball fast, and we're gonna no turnovers, take care of the football, make smart decisions. Don't put the defense in a bind and you know, flip the field for them defensively, man. We're gonna play sound. It all depends on the personnel you have. There's been years where I didn't have good DBs. So we're going to bend but don't break. We're going to keep everything in front of us. And we're going to tackle them, get them down. Because some of these offensive coordinators, they stingy. They always want to take the shot. They just ain't go take the 5-yard hitch and then you giving it to them, you know. And so we just going to bend but don't break. But, man, we're going to be tough. We're going to run to the football with an attitude. And we're going to be well tacklers. And we're going to keep our mouth shut. That's just what it's gonna be, and if you don't do that, you ain't gonna get on the field with me.
Now, how
I like this coach.
Hey, that's old school.
Yeah, that's old school.
That's old school right there. How do you because of all the new rules, and I know you've been in the system for a while, how do you adjust to be able to teach fundamental tackling? Because that's what you miss out because you don't get the, you know, when we growing up.
Oh, yeah, we full pass.
You don't full pass
every
5 days a week.
Yep.
Only time you're not in full pass is day before game.
Oh,
yeah.
Unless you done acted up. If you done did something wrong, you don't full pass in too.
Yeah.
Well,
so how do you do that?
Man, it's over the years, these rules have changed. You know, you got to get your head out of the way. And, man, I'm old school. Get your head across and put that helmet right across his face. But with they call it the rugby style tackling. You know, just learning how to use your head. And so we do it in the off season. You know, we get masks out, and we usually don't even get the mask out. We just no head, no helmets on, no nothing. We taking guys on the ground. And so we teach that stuff now, honestly, on our lighter days, and we have a little circuit lined up where it turns into a condition. But this drill right here, we working on a tackle gator roll, you know, and this drill right here, you know, we're teaching, you know, just basic profile tackle, you know, and we ain't using helmets or anything like that because it teaches kids to keep their head out of the way. And so you can kind of work that into your off season as well, you know, on your days where, you know, on Wednesdays is kind of like our lighter days where we do a bunch of yoga and stretching and, you know, working on the body. And then Thursday, Friday, we wrapping that thing back up. So
you done brought yoga into a coach.
Man, it's man, these kids.
I heard it helps with stretching and it helps with the mind.
It does, and another thing it does, man. The more flexible you is, the more faster you get. And you got these guys, they can't pass rush because they hips are so stiff. You get DBs, they can't flip and turn their hips somewhere. So sometimes, man, we emphasize that, and it's important. If you can, touch your toes, man, it guarantees you a couple of seconds off your 40 time and stuff like that. You see those big stiff guys that can't turn the corner, and if they can work on their flexibility, man, that's just more faster you can get to the pass rusher. And with these kids these days, you got to be able to show them, like, why do I got to be flexible? All right, so I find an NFL film. Well, you see this guy right here, how he bending? That's why you flexible, because you want to get to that level. Because these days, kids want to know why. They always, why, coach? And so you got to show them why.
The benefits of
the benefits, and which is crazy, because back when we were growing up, and myself, you just did it.
Yeah, you just did it.
These kids want to know why. How is that going to make me successful? So, and I show them videos of it. Like, I show them why, because, like, hey, man, this is why, because you're going to make your money back there, sacking that quarterback. You're going to get freaking, these receivers run these crazy routes, man. You're going to get, it's going to be touchdowns if you don't freaking be able to bend your hips and stuff like that. So, that's the basis of it right there, boss.
Okay. So, before we get you out of here, you all, Owasso is considered top of the crop. Is Bigsby, Union, Jinx, Owasso, Broken Arrow.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do to keep Owasso at that level and above to reach where the Jinx is, where the Union are, where it's not just 1 year here you're successful, then you drop off for 2 years, and what are you going to do? How are you going to keep Owasso up there where they need to be?
It starts from the youth up, like getting our youth coaches, which we have done a better job this year, getting them buying in and teaching the same thing and teaching philosophy, and just basically, man, we're gonna keep our mouth shut. We're gonna go to work, and I don't mind following under the radar, because on Friday nights, that's when we're going to get them pass talking. And so just being consistent every day. And I think you gotta be there for those kids, man. They gotta believe in you. You can't be a coach that's preaching something. Like, you gotta be on time, and you show up 30 minutes while they working out. So just showing them as well and making them believe in themselves and stuff like that. And we got it, man. We just got to get consistent, and you got to worry about yourself. You can't be worrying about the Bisbees and that, because you keep worrying about them, you can't concentrate on yourself. So you keep your mouth shut and you go to work.
Do what you're supposed to do.
Do what you're supposed to do, and ask for feedback. If a coach ain't giving you feedback, he's not doing his dang job. So we always use the term in our program, "Coach me, coach." You should want to be coached, because if he ain't coaching you, you need to let me know. But we ain't having that, period, So we just want to be. We're trying to get these kids to screen, and they don't know how hard they can screen, man. And so we just got to just take one day at a time and just win each day. We got to say, go 1-0, win today, and you go 1-0 enough, man. It stacks up and it turns to something beautiful, man. So just win every day.
Now, the same question I asked Coach Montgomery earlier, with the new OSSA rule about the transfers, how is this going to affect your program? I don't see where you got room for any more players to come in, mm-hmm. unless somebody leaves out. Mm-hmm. But how's that going to affect your?
Well, I use it towards a benefit, man. Like, hey, y'all hear about the new rule? Guys are going to come here. So you better get to work. You better figure it out, because that's how it is at college. I don't like it, but in college, man, you're never safe. Their job is to out-recruit you. And that's what it is, man. How do I keep my job? I got to go find somebody better than you. So that enough should motivate you as a player. And I just think, man, if you have a good relationship with these kids and you just be real with them and you look in their eyes and you take the time out of your day and just touch them, that touch goes a long way. Like, and call them by their names. Like, hey, 19, no. Hey, Josh. hey, Terrell, or whoever, and just that touch and just let them know you're there for it, and it take care of itself. Yeah, you're gonna get move-ins, but if you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you working every day, because you can't slack off, because I'm trying to replace you every day, and they know that, and so I think that should be enough motivation for themselves because they see what's going on. These kids ain't crazy; they see it. So if you're a dog, you gonna figure a way how to get on that field and keep your spot.
Okay.
So
now, before we got her,
yes, sir.
You from Tuscaloosa, Alabama?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You're not a original Oklahoman.
Mm-hmm.
Smoked beef bologna or no smoked bologna? Which one is it?
Oh, it's smoked. You know what I'm saying? I eat them both, fried, smoked. Not cold though. Warming up in the microwave. Whatever we gotta do, baby. You know what I'm saying?
So you didn't before you came here. Did you know anything about smoked bologna?
Oh yeah. But not a little bit.
Oh. Did you think you took a little? You sliced it up and threw a slice on the thing, or
nah, man. It's there, bro. We can talk about all the crazy stuff we eat down there, but yeah, I know all about it, big dog. So that's just what we do. So I'm soul food as it is, baby. Yeah, all day long.
So, do you think should Alabama have got in the big dance? I had to ask you before you got because you're from Alabama. Should Alabama have got in the playoff? Be honest.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Because man, the dude did a heck of a job coaching, and what they did this year by setting a Jalen Monroe on the bench, and him coming back in and going through that grind and stretch, man. It was impressive, man. I don't think Georgia should have got out. Because you number one you've been number one for the last 4 years. How you drop from number one to number 6?
Yeah,
that's crazy to me. And so the strength of schedule, that plays a role. But Georgia being consistent, it's hard not to, man. And they took care of business. You beat the number one team, and it wasn't like you were number 10. It'd be different if they were number 10 and they went to number 4. But they was right there in the midst, and I think they were 6 at the time.
Yeah,
you got to put them in. You got to, because they beat if you beat the number one team, what's that makes you?
But you went from number 8 all the way to number 4. Don't get me wrong.
I get it. Yes, sir.
I think Florida State should have been in there because of what they did. But they couldn't have put Alabama in there without putting Texas in there.
Absolutely.
And they wasn't going to leave Texas out if they put Alabama in.
There's no doubt.
My thing is, instead of putting Alabama in, put Georgia in. Let them be number 4 and move Florida State up to number 3. But because you're dealing with money.
You dang right.
It's all about logistics and the money. And like I said, look at how they got it set up. They are praying that they don't have a Michigan and Washington.
Oh,
Final.
absolutely.
They want to get that Texas Alabama final bad.
No doubt.
Because they know they're gonna bring in money.
No doubt.
Ain't gonna be no money coming in Michigan and Washington.
That's right.
So they praying and hoping. It's all about money.
But, and hopefully, they do something with this, man. Because if I'm Kirby Smart, I'm hot. And I know he is. He has every right to be hot. If I'm Florida State, I'm hot.
Yeah.
And so they got to do something.
Well, next year we'll see.
Yeah, next year will be 12.
You got 12 team playoff next year.
Yep.
It should have been this year.
Yep.
But the Pac-12, the ACC, and the Big Ten voted for it not to start this year. So,
well, Coach, I got one more question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Owasso plays a pretty heavy non-district schedule. Because I think y'all start off with Bigsby, then y'all play either Union or Jinx.
You got Mustang.
Yeah, then you have
Broken
Mustang.
Arrow.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to have some dogs that's gonna be ready to compete, because Bigsby gonna come in, and you just heard him on the radio.
Oh yeah.
They punch the clock.
Yep.
So how are y'all gonna be? Are y'all gonna go to the same method? Are y'all gonna punch the clock, and you're gonna have to just bring your dogs up and say, hey, and don't feed them, and when it's time for that bell the ring. Let's go get it.
You dang right, and we talk about that off air.
Okay.
Yeah, but man, nobody likes to lose, right?
Right.
We lost. No kids don't want that same feeling. They remember that feel. And the good thing is, man, we're young, and they remember that. And we was close, and so they know how close we got. So we headed in the right direction, and so they know what it takes because they don't want to. That's been the expectations. We've been having that same schedule for the last 3 years, and so they know what it got to take. And so I want to play Bisbee, Jinx, Union. I want to play. I don't want it to be the first time we see them in the playoffs.
Oh, so you want that smoke?
Absolutely.
You want that smoke?
Any good respectable coach want that smoke.
Well, yeah, we do.
You don't want to. You don't want to run away from them.
You don't want to play them first time in the playoffs,
right?
Because I've made that mistake before with Jinx. You know, you watch all the film and you play them, they look a lot bigger on in person, baby, and they hit a lot harder
fast and a lot faster.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
So I want to see them as many as I can. I know it's hard on the body, and so we do a good job with the treatment and all that stuff because it's hard.
Yeah.
But you gotta have it, man. You got to, and that's just part of about being in this conference, man. Is you got to play the best to be the best, and so.
So you want that smoke?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I really like this guy.
But that's what it always is. It's like Dallas. We didn't get no respect until we
beat the champs.
Beat down Philly. Yes, this week we're gonna beat down Buffalo.
Yeah.
Next week we're gonna beat down Miami.
Yeah.
Next week we're gonna beat down Detroit. Then we're gonna take a little rest against the Washington Commanders. you know how we do. You know how we do. But hey. Thanks, Coach. We appreciate you coming on.
Man.
Yeah,
we'll be giving you a call when we do our high school roundup.
Yeah, we got to get him back in there, bro.
We bring in 4 coaches. They all sit here at this table and we discuss ball and season.
And just know y'all are more than welcome out there, man. You guys want to come and check out a practice or just come out there and see it, man. You guys are come and look at the facilities, man, and come and check us out, man. You guys are more than welcome. Please, man.
Okay.
From the bottom of my heart, man. So thank you guys again.
Just let us know you want to come out there and give a motivational speech.
Absolutely. That's always work.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're gonna be right back, and we're gonna talk a little bit of ball. Then we're gonna be gone for the rest of the year. Ha!
I'ma kill it. Yeah. Yo. Say I gotta follow that. Yeah, I gotta follow that. Say, yeah, I gotta follow that. Yeah, say, free. Yeah, I got a father that never leave, never let me go. Said I got a father that never leave, never leave. Said I got a father that never leave, never let me go. So ain't no turning back. I had to let you know. Yeah, I got a father that never leave, never let me go. Yeah, I got a father that never leave, never leave. Said I got a father that never leave, never let me go. So ain't no turning back. I had to let you know. Got me feeling like a kid again when I hit his beat call, remembering everything we did. Total recall. I used to run the streets fast, made it to a creep crawl. Now that me and God is close as pasta and some meat sauce, thinking I can leap off, end up like a seesaw, up and down, round and round, no traction on my feet, y'all. But my father's always there, like Constance in some beach balls. So I never ever fear, demon slayer, keep off. Father to the fatherless, defenders of the widows. God's holy habitation, I can't even sleep, y'all. Cause I hear my father calling, speaking true, set me free, light in me, COG, telling me to keep on. DNA of a king, cause that's what he told me. A true hero, wonder God, you can't never fold me. I will be fearless, never lonely. My father's always there to console me and hold me. Yeah, I got a father that never leave, never let me go. Said I got a father that never leave, never leave. Said I got a father that never leave, never let me go. So ain't no turning back. I had to let you know. Yeah, I got a father that never leave, never let me go. Yeah, I got a father that never leave, never leave. Said I got.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Watts, the Community Development Director for Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease.
And my name is Lindsay Corbett, Community Health Worker Director of Supporters of Families with Sickle Cell Disease in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Like you, we are weary of this pandemic. Unfortunately, people of color are disproportionately affected by this virus. The COVID-19 vaccine has been shown effective, not in keeping us from getting the virus, but from hospitalizations and death.
So let me ask you, will you roll up your sleeve and get the vaccine? It's the best shot we've got at fighting this virus. Do it for your life, your family, and your community. To find out more information about the COVID-19 and how it's impacting Oklahomans like you and me, and to find out vaccination sites, go to vaxok.org. That is vax, VAX, OK.org.
Hey, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Welcome to Black Wall Street Tees and Souvenirs, where you can get the best Black-owned T-shirts, apparel, and souvenirs right here in the heart of Tulsa. For more information, please call 918-523-0608 or shop online with us at bwstshirts.com. And we hope to see you soon.
Where did I go? Hands on me, I been on my shit. Hands on me, I'm out of repent. Hands on me, you know I been. Where did I go? Hands on me, don't you know I'm in risk? Hands on me when I get in my fit. Hands on me, yeah, look at my wrist. Where did I go?
Looking like they don't want rap no more. Promise that I never go back no more. Never let sin go and trap no door. It's a trap, baby, act so poor. Yeah, we act so poor, but I'm act too short. Oops, acts are falling, but the path is hard. Talking matrimony, he was stabbed and hungry from a past belong. Don't gotta pass it home, y'all know. I know.
Welcome back to
Yeah, they talking numbers again. I've been in the
here on KBOB 89.9 FM and also on 10 TV, the African American Network. Hey, man, we had two awesome guests today. We had the back-to-back champs, two awesome coaches that hey, man, just sitting here listening to Coach Graham talk.
I'm ready to go play, bro. I'm ready to go play.
I'm ready, dog. And that's real talk. You know, I'm ready. I'm ready to see the battle between Bigsby
and Owasso. Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at year one, but year two, it's gonna be a dogfight. And so that's why I'm ready to see you. We got the five big honchos here on this side of the state, between Jinx, Bigsby, Union, Broken Arrow, and Owasso. Hey,
we all for it, bro.
We ready to get down. We ready to get down. All right, man. We're gonna take about 5-10 minutes. Let's talk a little bit of ball. All right, this past weekend, we're gonna go through it real quick. This past weekend, you had Philadelphia Eagles, Dallas Cowboys. Dallas came in, put that headlock on them, and choked them out. It was done for. What do you think about the game, yo?
It seemed like Dallas is starting to hit a gear that we haven't seen Dallas hit since the 90s. I'm expecting big things. As long as they keep on the grind, keep running the football, don't put their defense in bad situations, the Cowboys is going to be hard to beat, bro.
Yeah.
Because we can do all facets on defense. We can rush the passer. We can play against the run. And now we can get turnovers. And as long as we get turnovers and we get Dak them the ball in them good situations, they gonna turn us into points because him and Lamb didn't find a connection.
And Dak understands he got to run the ball. He can't stay stationary in the pocket. That's
right.
a good thing.
He didn't got a connection with Lamb. Him and CD Lamb, it seemed like they're on the same page.
But also what I think also changes, you don't hear the same press conference from Dak. Look at this press conferences these past 2-3 weeks. They ain't been that normal Dak speak. Well, it's been different. I like that.
Well,
I like that.
I think probably he didn't mature some to learn something. He has another guy now calling plays. I think he probably has more respect for McCarthy because of where McCarthy then came from and who he didn't coach before. So it probably is a whole different aspect, a whole nother way of seeing the quarterback position.
Here we go.
So, I'm just saying, like he's saying,
Trey want to throw a flag on the play when he heard that. Look, he got hyped up. He said, "Oh no!"
You know what I'm saying? Because he's saying now he doesn't understand why once he hits that back foot, the ball ain't gone. You know, that's quarterbacking at that top level.
Yeah.
That's what Peyton Manning be talking about. So I'm glad to see it.
Yeah. All right. Then you got Buffalo beat Kansas City. People are putting the dirt on Kansas City, but
I'm not I'm not burying them just yet, bro.
But if you look at Kansas City, they haven't got blown out.
No, it's all self-inflicting wounds. It's self-inflicting.
Every last one of them. It's either they missing passes or penalties or something. It's not that they're getting blown out.
No.
And so people have put the dirt on Kansas City. I have not put the dirt on Kansas City.
No.
If they get that stuff straightened out, and all you got to win is 3 games to make it 2 games makes the Super Bowl.
With Patrick Mahomes at the helm,
yeah,
it's possible.
Buffalo got lucky. Josh, you love him and you hate him. Josh is that girlfriend that you love, but then they do something crazy to make you want to just hate, or that boyfriend that you love.
But he always showing up.
But he always showing up at the wrong time or doing something stupid.
Yeah.
That's Josh. Josh is that boyfriend that you love, but he always, any minute now, he gonna do something stupid.
Yeah.
But when he on. When that boyfriend is right, he right. He getting flowers. He getting chocolates. He taking to Ruth Chris Steakhouse, mahogany.
Yeah.
You know, he buying your diamond rings and purses. But then when he not on, you might get McDonald's. You might be able to get cheese on it. You getting a small fry. You can't get no small drink. You got to get a water, you know. and don't let him say you got to pay 30 cents for the cup. Now you got to get it in your hand, you know. He's that type. Jewelry. Now you might get some fuzzy socks from Walmart for $3.98. You know,
when he get the small popcorn and then he eat it all before the movie start.
And then you ain't getting movie theater popcorn.
Nah.
You're getting the popcorn that he gonna snuck in your purse.
With the microwave.
With the microwave that he gonna pop the way y'all got there. He put it in your purse. You don't get the movie theater candy. He done bought you that off-brand candy from the dollar store.
Yeah.
You know that when you open the pack and stick together to a pack, you gotta pull it and you gotta make up all the noise. That's what you get. You know, that's what you get when Josh is off. You know, but when he on, he on. Yeah. But my thing is, at the same time that Josh can be on, he'll do something stupid at the same time.
Yes.
So, you know, that boyfriend or girlfriend, that boyfriend giving you a diamond ring, but at the same time he might be cheating over here.
Yeah.
You know,
or he had the diamond ring beforehand.
Yeah.
He gave it to his other girlfriend. She didn't want it, so then he gave it to you.
Yeah. Or he doing everything right, but he give you a cubic zirconian and a Tiffany's box. You know, he doing everything right, but in the midst of doing everything right, he's gonna do something stupid, gonna mess everything up.
Yeah.
That's Josh Allen.
Yeah.
You know, and so, but I think it's still gonna be difficult for Buffalo to get in there. You got the Cleveland Browns with Flacco. Flacco been playing his tail off. Cleveland Browns with that defense.
Hey,
if
bro.
Flacco could just keep them afloat.
Hey, did you know Flacco got 7 kids?
Well, he wasn't doing nothing else on the field.
so he been stealing money and been making babies. He been stealing money and making babies. But
that's where it goes. And then, like I said, you got the Texans. I think with Delk getting hurt, I think that hurt the Texans offense. And then they probably end up losing this week against the Titans, especially if Stroud don't play. So the Texans is going the wrong way.
At the wrong time.
At the wrong time. The Detroit Lions are going the wrong way at the wrong time. You know, so Pittsburgh Steelers are going the wrong way at the wrong time. It's just that's just the way it's rolling, you know, right now. So it's very interesting on how things is going to shape up and how things is going to work. I'm looking forward to these next 4 weeks because we're going to be off the air until after the first of the year. This is our last show of the season. Hey, we hope that you all have a happy holidays. Enjoy family. Trust me, enjoy your family.
Yes. Because that's one thing that you cannot replace.
Yes.
Family.
Don't take it for granted. Go to those family functions.
Yes.
Go to them family get-togethers. I know that auntie make you upset every time you go, But hey, and you're gonna miss that getting upset from that auntie. So
when she gone.
Yeah, when she gone. So
Yeah.
go to those family functions, enjoy yourself, enjoy your holiday, have fun. Hey, we still gonna be doing our thing here and there, but we'll officially be back after the first of the year. That first Tuesday, January 2nd, we will be back on the air talking sports. We love you. Thank you for all your support, everything that you have done to help us get better. We appreciate it. And from 2Dawgs to you, to 2Dawgs family, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah,
Happy Kwanzaa.
Happy Kwanzaa. Enjoy yourself. We love you.
Ha!
You bark at us.
We bark back. Roo!
This is KBOB 89.9 FM, Tulsa, and now streaming 24/7.